Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen QR code with your mobile device and invest in these businesses in real time.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Another round.
You decide whether to help these entrepreneurs' dreams come true
I got to get me some of that.
or tell them to go fund yourself.
I'm in. You had me at Latino.
I think there's a real opportunity there.
Meet the Titans. Ready to ask the questions you, the investors, want answered.
How do you make money?
Creator of Go Fund Yourself, Rory Kataya.
It makes sense to crowdfund something like this and get in now.
Jason Waller.
Can't tell you what to do, but this is a lottery ticket.
David Meltzer.
Things will go viral very quickly.
This isn't just entertainment.
Because there is a huge opportunity.
With the money that you raise, what will you do with it?
That's massive.
Ooh, I like that.
And now, it's time to go fund yourself. Joining our panel today are entrepreneur, business expert, and CEO of Sprinkles Cupcakes, Ashley Rogers, as well as author, business strategist, and coach, Dr. Sean Dill. And here to introduce a transformational personal growth program is Chris Cruz with Power of Three.
The reason why I put this together was for genuine, real results in personal growth, leveraging faith and also science-based principles over a period of time of repetition, which hopefully will give real people real results. My name is Chris Cruz. The Power of Three came several years ago. I've been on this for about 7 years, trying to find direction. After working 15 years in radio, COVID hit, lost my gig, and I got a little too close for comfort with substances. This program that I created helped me get out, leveraging all these techniques and then following this particular system. So it's a transformational personal growth program that has a spiritual and also a science back. Three, R-E, means reset, rethink, restart. When you reset, you got to start back at zero. People want to reset, but they don't want to start back at zero. You know, they want to start at 20, want to start at 99, but you got to start at zero. So rethink is going to be, what are your resources? What do I need? I got to lose weight. I got to get a new job. I got to what? And then to restart is take action. So then I was like, that's cool, but it wasn't enough, because if you start thinking about the brain needs repetition, but we can reprogram that, and that's through neuroplasticity, but it takes a consistent, repetitive number of days to do that. So if you were to look into the programming, it goes from 3, which is going to be your base, then to 7 days, then to 21 days, and then 21 days times 3 cycles to 63. Neuroscience has proven data that it's in and around 63 plus days where you make new neural pathways and you're getting into a new habit. The cool thing is that it's a structure that can be implemented into different arenas, corporate to relationship to therapists. So the goal is to create this as a full programming. It's going to be online right now. We're just doing it digitally. I'll meet with clients, I meet with them personally. We're in development now of an app that will have the resources. It'll have a member portal. I've spoken to a couple of detox and rehab centers in the South Florida area that are very interested in using this as part of their programming when they bring people in for rehab. In a nutshell, that is the Power of Three. There's a lot of really great things that will come along with it. I think that it's going to grow organically into a movement.
I love the concept. Like, you're basically trying to do a 75-day hard of like mental reprogramming.
Reprogramming.
Yeah.
But it's got to be consistent, yeah.
I guess I'm just a little bit confused, like the program today of what the business is.
Selling it online is going to be the first and foremost. This is why I'm also here, to take it to the next level, and that's going to be into the getting it onto the app. These programs, whether it's a 3-day, 21, will live on the app, but the monetization is going to be one in putting it on the app where it's downloadable and they can go through the programming on the app. And then ultimately, I do want to do events where we can host different activations in different states. You guys are speakers. I know you're a speaker as well. What do? You go on stage and you sell a product, you sell a book.
But is the money to help you to get on stages? Is that like?
No. So it's to do the first phase of launching the app to get the product completely out, in addition to also getting out on the field. To me, that's going to draw a lot of traffic, is getting out.
Well, you're saying your consumer goes to these events and they're sitting in these audiences.
Yeah, like for example, I'm speaking at a mental health conference. So I'm going to have an audience of nurses, practitioners, therapists that even if I didn't speak on stage, I could just be at this particular event because it's specific and I could be promoting this. Exposure is going to give me a genuine opportunity to show the world what this is all about and to see what they're possibly missing in their own lives. And then from that point, then the brand has to actually speak for itself, or the product has to speak for itself. But I think that there's an opportunity to really take this to market. Another goal is to have a practitioner or therapist say, you know what, I can license this. That's another way to look at it from monetization. I want to be able to license this.
Well, inside of that, let me ask this. So you came up with a concept and it's transformed your life. Is there any sort of backing? I mean, and I see this all over the place and coming from the healthcare space where we have lay people that have come up with healthcare concepts. It really gets far more credible when you have a licensed practitioner. Have you ever thought about maybe a collaboration or attaching yourself to someone that would endorse this? It really strengthens that in the marketplace. And then you get the instant attention of the psychologist, the psychiatrist, the rehab centers. I think that's incredibly important as well.
I am a life certified coach. I've gone through a program. I just graduated my chaplaincy program. And just for the record, I have 4 more months in a Christian theology to get ordained as a pastor. I don't usually put too much of that out, but I've done the research. This has been it's going to be 8 years.
You just dropped that sort of, well, I don't tell a lot of people this. That to me is a far more interesting angle, to be totally honest with you, is if you had come here and said, this is a program that I created for the church. Because the churches have specific programming for financials, programs like Crown Financial. They have programming for relationships. And then you said, that's my credential. Now it's like, well, now we don't care as much that there's like some licensed psychiatrist behind it. This is a program for a very specific niche. That would have been very compelling to me because I would have been wondering, well, how are you going to penetrate the market? Why are they going to believe you? Well, I have a degree in theology. I'm an ordained, all of this stuff becomes very compelling. I think that's somewhat your obstacle is like, all right, but to the general market, how do I become that compelling to them?
So, I knew it. Always stick with your first initial gut, right?
Absolutely.
Is that what they say? So if you look at the content that you have in front of you, you're gonna see it's basically biblically inspired. But I don't know if I wanna keep it God's word, and it could just be a Christian-based.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know there's nothing wrong with that.
It's a big audience.
It's a great thing.
But if you look at the content, it's basically based on faith and science, because in the Bible it says, do not be conformed by this world, be transformed by the renewing of the mind. It's actually talking about.
You would have done so much better.
I'm sorry, guys. I just don't completely agree. I think that all you're doing is putting a different spin on the thesis that he's already created. He's got a thesis here. He has a concept for a business. Maybe adding that component to it makes it somewhat more credible.
That's what he's saying. That's all he's saying.
That's all it is.
That's all he's saying.
Okay, I'm a nuts and bolts business guy. This is a product. Now, what I want to hear from you before I'm going to write a check, and I'm just speaking for myself, but I'm going to bet that there's 1 million people going to be watching this and going to think the same thing. I want to understand, how am I getting this product to market, and how am I going to monetize it? And there's steps. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this.
Like the plan's got to be, we're going to have this many events, we're going to have this, you got to have a plan that's going to bring in the income.
And know the numbers, know what these events cost, know what it costs and how long it takes to build a community of people that buy from you and sell for you. Know what speaking on stage and selling off stage does. There's a big business here. There's a lot of competition in your specific space. When you talk about selling off a stage, I think there's a lot of work you need to do with people that are in this business, so that you understand the reality of making money in this business, not just helping people. It's taken me 10 years to become a 6-figure speaker. And I spoke 100 dates my first year for free. keep pushing, do whatever you're doing now, but let's develop a plan and ask for help from people that have already paid the dummy tax, put in the time. There's a lot to it, subtleties of success that they can help you with.
The fact that you got this much passionate feedback from the panel, from every one of them.
Because a good idea.
Means that there's something here that we believe in, all right?
Okay, thank you guys, I appreciate it. I only see positive things coming out of this from here. If you're not willing to grow, then what's the point? And this is basically what I'm talking about. You know, the Power 3 it's a constant reset. You have to always consider that there's always room to do something better, do something differently, you know, make something out of it. If you don't like what's happening, just start over.
We often see people that have a fire, a passion, a purpose, a direction. Many times they've come from adverse circumstances and we're able to figure out how to turn it around. He is definitely one of those people. And I think what came out of it, at least for me, is that we like him. We like what he's done, we like his purpose, and we collectively have resources to help him. And I think we should really try and do that. And then he could raise capital for a business plan that people can understand, that they could understand what their return would be.
I love that this makes it to the air because there's literally millions of people that have a great idea. There's millions of people that have that gift and they know, I have something that'll change the world, but they don't have a business plan. This was the greatest lesson that so many people could have learned on this show. This was huge for a lot of people.
I think the Power 3 is something that could work. It's really kind of about doing the work. So if you do that kind of work, you're going to get some kind of result.
Yeah, I think a different way of approaching mental health is needed.
Reset, restart, rethink is really not a one-stop. It's kind of like a life journey. I think they would be very effective. Don't forget to scan the QR code.
Scan that code.
Go fund yourself.
Returning for this next presentation are Ashley Rogers, CEO of Sprinkles, and business strategist Dr. Sean Dill. And here with a product he hopes will stir up the world of horticulture is Chris Rongstad, founder of THC Grow Systems.
I can't think of a better platform for me to come on and introduce my invention to the world and tell everybody what it's going to do, because it's definitely going to change horticulture forever.
I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but today on this show, we're going to create a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Love it.
My name's Chris. Born and raised in the Silicon Valley. My entire life, I've been inspired by tech innovators. I've worked in startup companies. My free time, I love gardening, specifically horticulture. Right now, the horticulture industry is worth $196 billion this year, and it's rapidly growing.
What are you growing?
I grow all kinds of stuff. I like to grow flowers, I grow peppers, tomatoes, and I also grow herbal medicine.
Herbal medicine.
I knew that was part of this.
We're talking about personal and professional greenhouses.
Yeah. This is my current system right here. Look at all this gadgetry I have to purchase. This controls the water, this controls the pH, this controls the fan. I got my timers, right? You have to buy too much stuff. I'm trying to consolidate it and streamline it. So my product is called the Horticulture Camera, and it uses time-lapse photography to record and capture all of the atmospheric values, as well as soil conditions and water conditions. Not only does it monitor these conditions, it controls the conditions. It does this with the power utility box. It gives power and takes power away from different utilities based on timers, thresholds, schedules, and even manual switches.
When you say the utilities, you're referring to what?
Lights, fans, watering devices, humidifiers, dehumidifiers. It's gonna automate a grow environment, right? And it's gonna allow you to see what's going on one interface. You can literally turn things on and off. You can watch the time-lapse video and pause it at any given time to see what was going on at that moment. Oh, I could see it was too hot. Now I know why the plants died. It's going to use AI technology to detect and identify specific nutrient deficiencies and give corrective advice. It'll detect rate of growth and ripeness of produce. And it's modular. It'll be able to adapt to your specific needs in whatever way that you're growing.
So you've created a box that supplies power when necessary by utilizing a camera that gathers data and utilizing other people's software in this box that already exists that it can not only adjust the power, but also give you more advice on nutrients and other things that manually have to be
Absolutely,
fed.
it's going to give you corrective feedback.
So the value that I see is that you get a greater crop and security.
Absolutely.
And beyond the greater crop, that you are mitigating risk from losing all of your crop.
Yeah, it's more just being in control and having peace of mind while you're away for longer periods of time.
So is this like a mini greenhouse box? Like, is it a greenhouse box that it lives in where you can control the elements?
The environment is up to the consumer and whatever they designed, right? For instance, like during the pandemic, a lot of people went online and they bought these tents. They went home, they bought a light, they bought a fan, whatever they're growing their peppers and tomatoes inside.
You're not selling the lights and fans.
No.
You're selling the box that's going to control those things.
The control system.
And right now, to determine what needs to be on and off, you're going to see it yourself through a camera, but you're migrating towards or evolving towards AI making those decisions for you?
The power control box, the center of this has a PCB in it, right? And we're gonna be able to download software like GrowDoc, which identifies specific nutrient deficiencies and gives you corrective advice.
I mean, I understand the concept, but I'm having a hard time understanding how Jimmy down the block that's growing, tulips and herbal medicine in his backyard wants this level. Wouldn't it be easier for us to just attack 5 commercial growers? I mean, I do not disagree that this could be a brand new billion-dollar industry, but it feels to me like it works far better in the commercial space than, I mean, you discovered this and developed this because of your passion, but I'm not sure how many just people that are growing tomatoes and peppers in their backyard are gonna go to that level. Whereas I definitely see, to your point, is if we're talking about a protection of an investment in a growing commercial environment, I mean, they don't want to lose that. This is incredibly valuable. This is an insurance policy. And it seems to me that this could be sold. We don't even have to really sell it at scale. Well, it would be at scale and volume, but we wouldn't have as many clients. And I feel like you can get to your billion-dollar industry quicker if you kind of just shifted that focus to there, because this is a great idea. I think we have a hard time convincing some guy growing tomatoes and peppers in his backyard that you need to go to that extent.
Let me jump in for just half a second on that. I think that for those people, and we all know them, that are very passionate about growing their own herbal medicine at home, they will spend serious dough, to make sure that those things are growing as well and as fast and as big and robust and potent as they possibly can. And they would definitely invest in this.
This isn't just for the hobbyists. This is going to be for the entire industry.
Is it protected? Have you protected it?
It is protected. I have the only utility patent for a grow camera.
For a grow camera?
Yeah.
What does the camera do specifically?
It monitors plants, right? And it's cool if you log into your camera, ooh, I can see everything, but what if you could control everything? That's what we're doing here. In order to control everything, you need a power box, right? You need a power box that gives you the ability to take power away and give power to utilities.
But the camera doesn't do anything more than just show you an image of...
Exactly, but
okay.
the thing is...
What's the patent on the camera?
So basically, my camera uses time-lapse photography as a timeline, right? That's new, nobody's doing that. And I have something else to tell you guys. Check this out, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna take the cake. Let's say I have my environment and I just brought home some new lights, right? I'm opening up the box, I see the manufacturer label, there's a QR code. I go into the app, which controls everything, scan the QR code. Now, my system knows that I'm hooking up this light, knows everything about it, how much wattage it uses. System asks me, where are you gonna plug it in? I'm plugging it in outlet 8. How do you wanna control it? I'm gonna use a schedule because it's a light, right? Program the schedule, go on to the next thing. Oh, you know what? I just brought some new nutrients home, right? Scan the bottles, the QR code.
Well, that's cool, Chris.
That's not even the good part. Viral videos, all right? When people share this video, they have the opportunity to show off everything that they use for their environment. This is gonna promote the good utilities, the good nutrients, and it's gonna weed out the bad stuff, all right? So you're watching this video, you can see what so-and-so used to grow their, man, they spent this much electricity and they used these nutrients and they only used these fans and these lights and they were able to produce that. That's amazing. This is gonna increase production. It's gonna make-
Because you're creating a community that can share the data.
Absolutely.
Okay. Where are you right now in the life cycle of this business? Are you generating revenue? You have product out in the market yet? Where are you?
Pre-revenue. I wanna build my prototype. I'm itching to build it.
Have you looked into partnering with a company that can help you build the prototype?
This is what I'm here for now. I'm hoping to meet the right people, get the word out. My next step is to hire a prototype company and build a prototype. And then I want to take the prototype on road shows, to conventions. I want to get the word out.
You don't need money to do that, though. I think that you could start planting seeds and talking to these people who can create the prototype for you, so you can get more clarity on how much it's going to cost to bring it to life and what you're going to sell it for. How much money do you think you need to get it off the ground?
I want to raise $1 million for the first round, right? This is going to build a prototype, and it's going to allow me to go into production and fill those first orders.
Okay.
All right.
A lot of the things I heard the Titans say were things that I'm already aware of, things that I know I need to do. Those are the steps that I'm going to take. You know, I'm very serious about this. You know, I already got 2 patents on it. So this is going to be the most important thing that I do. And just, you know, their guidance is going to help show me the way.
He has something here. But as far as raising money, if it was me, I would offer beta test sites as a $5,000 investor. So there's a big market of these individuals that are growing medicinal plants, et cetera, that to be a beta test site would have great value, and to own part of the IP.
Dave, I love that idea. And that is definitely the way to go once you have a working prototype.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's got so much good meat in there. I really like it. Super passionate. He's got something really good here. Let's get him funded so he can build the prototype and then implement your strategy. Absolutely. Sean, what do you think?
Man, it's a great idea. It's a transformative idea. But I could really see somebody saying, "Oh my God, that's a solution that we've been looking for." I think it's a
people are going to see
sounds
it.
like a great idea.
I mean, based off the idea, I get it if it doesn't exist. Like, and these big companies actually are not doing this thing. I think that there's something there. He needs a prototype so he really can understand how much money he needs to raise and what his next steps are. Could be the next ring, you never know.
You never know.
Never know.
You never know.
Listen, like, I'm not a fan of the space. I mean, like I just, I don't know anything about it. I've tried that a few times and I ruin it for everybody. I'm paranoid. I freak everybody out. So keep that stuff away from me.
That's kind of how we feel on the panel here, Dave.
There you go.
There you go.
I think THC Grow Systems is an excellent product. I think the camera's pretty revolutionary for sure. I think everybody in agriculture needs a camera like that.
I think it's a pretty cool, novel idea. I'm interested in seeing it and using it.
And don't forget to scan that QR code.
So go scan that code.
Go fund yourself.